Hey there, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about Aquarius season. We just got started in Aquarius season. There's some specific traits and characteristics that go along with this season, and in this video, I'm going to break down with you what to expect over the next several weeks while we experience this season of Aquarius. If you're new to my videos, you'll find that I combine nearly 2 decades experience of living holistic life principles, entrepreneurship, and being with my life partner, along with nearly a decade of parenting in order to share with you practical tips and insights to reduce overwhelm and support work-life balance. If you find value in what I share, kindly hit the subscribe button while you're here so that this video will be recognized as shareable content and more people who are searching for this kind of info will more likely find this video. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, so it is Aquarius season, and Aquarius is an air sign. Aquarius is the water bearer or the water bringer. So a lot of times Aquarius is associated with a water sign, but no, it's an air sign, but it directly correlates with water in this way. When we talk about water on the energetic sense, we are talking about the emotional self. And the thing about Aries is that it's not it's not water itself, it's the air that directs the water and channels the water and tells the water where to go. So as we move more deeply into this Aquarius season, it's going to be happening until around February 18th, I believe. What you're going to find is going to be a lot of unsettling. If you think you're just going to stay put and continue life as you've known it, chances are you're going to be a little shook up and you're going to feel some forcefulness in a new direction, and you will probably feel within you some resistance to the changes that are happening. Now, Aquarius is a sign that is all about getting to the basic fundamentals of what it's like in this 3D physical world that we experience here on planet Earth. So they are very big into getting behind the science and the math of what happens to make up the structures and the experiences that we have here in this physical 3D world. So Aquarius season right now is in a new age, and the age that we have moved into, we have moved from the Piscean age. If you caught my last videos, you've heard me talk about this already, but we've moved from this Piscean age into the age of Aquarius. So we've got the age of Aquarius happening on this big universal cosmic level, and it's going to be here for a while to stay. But within that, we are experiencing Aquarius season. So this double Aquarius on top of Aquarius is going to cause a lot of intensity because, quite frankly, Aquarius is a pretty intense sign. When you're getting to the basic fundamentals of this human life experience, there's a lot of things that get shook up. There's a lot of beliefs that get challenged, and this is what you're going to experience. What you're going to find happening around you are circumstances that when you witness them, when you process them, as you run them through your filter of understanding, anything that does not align with what you feel to be true, what you hold as a subconscious belief of truth within yourself. Some could call this your intuition, your innate knowingness, your innate intelligence. Anything that is incongruent with that deep core truth within yourself, it's going to cause conflict. There's going to be agitation. It's going to be irritating, quite frankly. Now, most of us are creatures of comfort, and we don't like to be agitated or irritated, but I am here to extend to you this invitation, as Aquarius is here to extend you this invitation, that as you feel that agitation and that irritation, you use it as an opportunity to evolve and to shift into this new age. If you haven't noticed, post-2020 is a different world than pre-2020. And what got us to this point is not going to take us all the way home. To get all the way home, we have to evolve. So as we move into this new age, this new evolutionary age, we are being asked within ourselves as individuals to also move into a new age. And that means no longer doing that which you have been doing in order to simply survive or get by or to solidify your place on this planet. And it's time to evolve and mature in the way that you react, in the way that you respond, and to become more aware of your alignment with that truth that's within you and how you are experiencing this world around you. So we're creatures of free will, and we have the opportunity to decide which way we interpret the life around us, how it's unfolding, what it means about ourselves, what it means about each other, what it means about our future. And for those that are ready, who have been praying, who have been asking, who have been seeking, who have been studying, who have been trying to learn all the ways that you can have more ease, more abundance, more fulfillment, and live more fully expressed here in this physical world, what you're going to find is that it's not always just going to be this simple transition, because part of what we're healing on our path to greater truth is any misperceptions that we've picked up along the way. And up until now, a lot of us have been pretty heavily ingrained with this idea that we live in this linear experience and what we do affects what happens down the road. Yes and no. It is time to break free of that and to realize that what you're experiencing right here in the now is not a direct reflection of where you are energetically. It is only showing you where you're at physically. Everything happens on the energetic level before it happens on the physical level. So as we move into this more intense forcing, I use the word force because there's change that's happening. And if you're not aligning with this change and flowing with it, it's going to feel like you're being forced. Going to be forced to stay inside, going to be forced to find new means for making an income. You're going to be forced to have restrictions put on you. Or you can step into your fullness and you can move beyond the perception of the limitations of this 3D physical world, and you can live in this new world that is unfolding before our eyes, that we have already arrived to on an energetic level. We are just finding our way on a physical level. So if you react to what's happening around you in a way that is like how you reacted in the past, you're going to keep prolonging this unfolding. It's going to last longer in your experience than if you choose to do what you've never done, because that's what's being asked of us. And most of us haven't had the examples of up-leveling our communication, of working with our full whole self and interacting with the full whole self of other individuals, especially when that other self, that other person only presents a splintered version of themselves and not their wholeness. So what it's going to take for us that are committed to living into this new world, of creating this world that is more aligned, more true, more authentic, more genuine, more compassionate, more uplifting, more inspiring, and more fulfilling. If you're interested in living into that life experience, right now is showing you, you cannot wait for life around you to show you that. You have to live it first. And the way that you live it first is by accurately interpreting all of this that's happening around you to have it line up with the whole truth that you carry within yourself. And if you're not used to trusting yourself, if you're not used to having a good, solid relationship with yourself so that you can partner with yourself and go through all these internal ups and downs together, you're going to again feel more forcing, more resistance, more prolonging. It's just not going to be comfortable. And quite frankly, Aquarius is not here to make you feel comfortable. Comfort is found on the other side of getting to the fundamental understandings of how this world works. So if you've been operating from an outdated set of beliefs, Aquarius season is here to say there is another way. And because we're so ingrained into the way that we show up, and most of us have been living in this survival mode, especially since 2020 came to town, what we are being asked to do is to move beyond our survival ways, to reflect and bring more awareness to and more intention to how we show up in each moment, day to day. Are we showing up and reacting as if we're moving into this grand unfolding that we know is inevitable and we believe to be happening? Or are we showing up like we're just going to get served up more of the same old stuff that we're going to have to defend and fight and scrap and survive through? If you're ready to move past that survival way of being, 2021 is here and Aquarius season is here and pushing you, directing you in a new direction. The other thing that is really powerful that's going to be super helpful for everybody who's watching this as we continue to go through the next few weeks next several months is understanding the other really powerful part about Aquarius and being an air sign. It is very much here to wake us up to and to get us to pay more attention to our own breath and breathing and the energy, the air that we bring to a situation that influences the outcome of our circumstances. So as you navigate through life as it unfolds over the next couple of weeks, as you use a discerning eye with all that you see and witness, and you allow it to run through your internal processing system to decide if what you're seeing is incongruent with what it is that you desire and what you believe to be true or not. When you find yourself hitting those bumpy spots, feeling that agitation, pay attention to your breath. Now, I spoke a little bit more in depth about this on a podcast interview, Funk from the Front Seat, that I did this past Saturday. Go check that out. I'll try to drop a link underneath here so that you can find it with ease, but otherwise just go to YouTube and look for Funk from the Front Seat. I got into a really great conversation with my soul brother, Zach, and we were talking about this very thing. So get much more in depth in that video. Go check that out. But what I want to say about the breath is it's a very powerful thing. And as humans, the way that we sync up our energy is that we unknowingly, unconsciously sync up with one another's breathing. So the way to help to break the energy that you feel coming to you and that you're empathing and that you're getting entrained into, because it will affect your energy if you're not paying attention to it, is to change the way that you're breathing. Breathe more deeply, breathe more slowly, breathe more consciously, breathe more intentionally. And as you're breathing that air in, as you're breathing that back out, allow it to remind you to pay attention to what you are allowing yourself to take in and what it is that you're bringing back out into the world. Because while breath may be an invisible thing, it is a powerful force. And that energy that you bring to each moment and that you bring back to yourself in each moment is the very defining thing as to how you experience this life around you. So as you go through this Aquarius season, as you're feeling those upheavals, remember to breathe. Connect to your breath. And my one of my spiritual brothers from another mother, Dale Allen Hoffman, he is an Aramaic scholar and just a beautiful human being. He posed this great question to me that I come back to often when it comes to the breath. And that question is, are you breathing or are you being breathed through? And there's a subtle difference between the two, but it's a powerful difference in the way that you experience yourself. If you're the one who's trying to make things happen, if you're trying to keep everything together just so, if you're trying to get everything right, if you're waiting for everything to line up around you so that you can relax internally, you're going to exert a lot of energy learning a lesson that is trying to say to you, it's an inside job. That air can blow on the outside of you, but ultimately you decide where you go and how you show up. But that energy is going to influence you. And if you want to be a little bit more of a master within your own universe, if you want to have a little bit more control, if you want to have a little bit more conscious say in how you experience life, pay attention to your breath. Breathe in your fullness and bring that outwardly to the world. Breathe in the fullness of all that is happening. Breathe out to it the release of you trying to control that which is not for you to control, and pay attention to what's happening internally. If you could use a little guidance on how to navigate what is coming up internally, join me over on Patreon. You can look up you can just go to bit.ly holistic support, or you can search for Chrissy Key Rollins or Holistic Restoration on Patreon, and you can join starting as low as $3 a month for monthly ongoing support, all the way up to weekly support, all the way up to one-on-one support if that's something that you're feeling called to right now. And what I use this platform for is to guide you through practical, tangible, simple ways to move through life, through this new world, and reducing your overwhelm, supporting work-life balance, and everything you need to know on how to move through in a way that you've never been, so that you can experience what you never had before. We're in this new world and it's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to break down life as we have known it in this physical world. And it's up to us to rebuild the structures in the way that we desire them to be. But if we just build it with the same old energy, we're going to find ourselves in the same old position. And if you're ready for a change, if you're ready for something new, a new life experience within this new world, first of all, energetically, you're already there. But if you want to help to anchor it into your reality, let's connect. Join me over on Patreon. Let's connect for a one-on-one chat. Keep coming back to these videos. I'm going to do everything I can to guide and support everybody through this process. And if anything comes up, drop it in the comments below or reach out to me one-on-one. I share all of this not to come and say this is the absolute truth, but to give you considerations and perspectives, to get you curious about why you're showing up the way that you're showing up and why you're experiencing life the way that you've been experiencing it. And in the end, if there's alignment and resonance, then let's do this together. And if in the end you feel called to take it on your own, then that's perfect too, because you don't even need me. You're fully equipped and have everything that you need inside of you. And yeah, that's the message that's on my heart today. So welcome to Aquarius season. Buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride, but not one that you're not fully equipped for. All right, it's been an honor. Thanks for watching.